second class. In each of the preceding sentences, a preposition locates the noun, that's book, in space or in time. So as you can see, we have a preposition that relates other words with the rest in the sentence, and the word that comes after the preposition is called the object, and the one that comes before is called the subject. Now we are going to look at prepositional phrase, and a prepositional phrase is made up of the preposition, its object, and any associated adjectives or adverbs. A prepositional phrase can function as a noun, an adjective, or an adverb. The most common prepositions are about, above, across, after, against, along, among, around, at, before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, but, by, despite, down, during, except, for, from, in, inside, into, like, near, off, on, onto, out, outside, over, past, since, through, throughout, till, to, towards, under, underneath, until, up, upon, with, within, and without. These are the few prepositions we have. Each of the words in the following sentences is a preposition. We have the children climbed the mountain without fear. In this sentence, the preposition without introduces the noun fear. The prepositional phrase without fear functions as an adverb describing how the children climbed the mountain. There was rejoicing throughout the land when the government was defeated. Here the preposition throughout introduces the noun phrase, the land. The prepositional phrase acts as an adverb describing the location of the rejoicing. The spider crawled slowly along the banister. The preposition along introduces the noun phrase, that's the banister, and the prepositional phrase along the banister acts as an adverb describing where the spider crawled. The dog is hiding under the porch because it knows it will be punished for chewing up a new pair of shoes. Here the preposition under introduces the prepositional phrase under the porch, which acts as an adverb modifying the compound verb is hiding. So that's all for today's lectures on preposition.
Okay, thank you very much. It's coming from Jones Champong on preposition. It's your community watch on Focus 94.3, as educative as we would want it to be. This again is 94.3. It's 25 minutes after 7. You have any concern, message, suggestion, you send them to 1406 as text message. You type F first, you leave a space, you type the rest of your message and send them to 1406. But let's bounce quickly into the debate still on the STX deal bill, which was passed in Parliament yesterday. Earlier today, Bernard Boache of the Focus News Crew spoke with Kwabena Bomfe, the national youth organizer of the Convention People's Party, CPP, who filed a writ in the Supreme Court seeking an explanation into international transactions, and especially of that nature. So let's take a listen to this particular interview as we bounce back and give more details of what actually transpired in Parliament yesterday night.
Good evening and thank you for having me.
Okay, sir, so you start by telling us what exactly prompted you to go about filing this writ and how you feel now that the majority has gone ahead to pass the bill irrespective of your early action.
Well, in the first place, I went to court because I detected some constitutional breaches, which I felt the Honorable House of Parliament, which is supposed to be the lawmaking body, should not be seen as undermining the principles of the very constitution they are supposed to uphold. And I also was of the opinion that if indeed due process had been followed, and things were done according to the dictates of the constitution, we could get a much more better value for our money than what was being offered in the STX deal. and I felt that we needed value for our money. So I went to court in the supreme interest of the welfare of the Ghanaian, and that the public coffers and the public purse should not be milked at any rate by anybody whatsoever. Unfortunately, Parliament decided to disregard the rate of summons. They decided to disregard the injunction that they have duly been served by the courts. Upon my filing, I am of the opinion that that is a very dangerous precedent, that indeed at the end of the day when the Supreme Court sits, I am sure their determination will bring the matter to rest. For us all in this country to come to the appreciation of the fact that we have a government, we have got the Constitution that recognizes the separation of powers, and that in so recognizing, Parliament is not and cannot hold itself as a sovereign Parliament that will disregard orders of the interpreters of the Constitution and those who are supposed to apply it in this sense of judiciary.
So, sir, Parliament has gone ahead to pass the bill. Is that all? Are you going to leave it at that? What is the way forward?
Well, my case has not been. My case is before the courts. It is not before Parliament. And so I'm waiting for the court to be empaneled, for a determination to be made after hearing myself and the interested party in this, or affected parties in this matter.
So you also said this deal is shrouded in secrecy, but for all I know, for all we know, the deal has been before Parliament and it's been debated all over the country. So when you say that it's shrouded in secrecy, what particularly are you talking about?
Community Watch. Refraining from personal biases or prejudice, but believing in responsible, accountable, balanced and objective analysis. Community Watch on Focus FM.
So that's what Bernard Boakye of the Focus News Crew, the interview with Kwabena Bomfe, who actually filed a writ in court today, that was yesterday, in respect of explanation into the STX, not particularly into the STX, but seeking interpretation of the Supreme Court of the Constitution in respect of international transactions. So that was that from Bernard Boakye, an interview with him there. We'll give you more details as and when it comes here on your Community Watch on Focus 943.
Refraining from personal biases or prejudice, but believing in responsible, accountable, balanced and objective analysis. Community Watch on Focus FM.
So let's take a listen to the rest of the interview.
But is it a lie that
He's being challenged. Listen, he's being challenged.
yeah?
Somebody takes the matter up in defense of democracy, in defense of the Constitution, and you say that that person should not be taken serious. It will only take a clown and a joker to say that.
Sir, but he says he makes an allusion to the Vodafone deal that was passed earlier. Is it true that you couldn't pursue a writ you filed against that deal to its logical conclusion?
Look, alright, this is again another exhibition of him being a joker. I don't want to use the word stupid.
Please, would appeal with you to tone down on the language. Sir.
What stops him, Yamin? Is he not a Ghanaian like I am? What stops him from taking the Vodafone deal to court? Don't forget that there are some people who are very good related to me who are in court over the Vodafone deal.
But could you pursue it as you took it?
It's pursued. That Vodafone deal is being pursued. Why?
So,
does he understand the way the courts work? If he wants to, people should stop coming to show their ignorance. I beg. I know Yamin too well. And this clownish behavior is not something he should take to this level.
okay, thank you very much, sir, for speaking to us.
So that's that from Bernard Boakye in an interview there with Kwabena Bomfe, the National Youth Organizer of the Convention People's Party. Still on your Community Watch on Focus 943. Gabi Ochre Dako has been speaking to the media on his own take on the STX deal.
I'm not particularly fond of boycotts. If it's just really as a sort of registering a protest, to me it's fine. But if it's about a matter before the House, which requires discussion, which is better off being captured in Hansard. So eventually, after 4, 6